How do you get the most out of your existing content when it comes to SEO? I'll show you. This is another question I got asked on Twitter by Utsav, how to get the most out of what I have already. He was asking me specifically about bottom of the funnel and top of the funnel pages at his tool called Supergrow. We can see at the bottom, he already has some product pages. So these are bottom of the funnel pages that showcase features. Generally, we would call it a solutions. And he is trying out SwiftBrief, our tool for SEO. And he just wanted more info on how to go about it. And what I said was to pick one cluster that he already has because there's already existing content, right? For example, here it's LinkedIn post ideas. We have generator, we have carousel maker, and we have post scheduling and engagement. And I think these two fall into the same cluster. This one as well. But then this one, for example, is a different one, right? Contextually, I guess it's just a type of LinkedIn post. And then this one, I guess, is a different cluster. And this as well. So what you want is you want to have different content for the same cluster. For example, with LinkedIn post ideas, it would be LinkedIn post. That would be the seed keyword. And then we have LinkedIn post ideas, LinkedIn post generator, LinkedIn post scheduling, how to make a LinkedIn post, types of LinkedIn posts, the best 10 LinkedIn posts you've seen, all that jazz, right? So that is kind of all content that belongs to the same cluster of pages. And now in SwiftBrief, what we would do is we would throw a domain in here, which will create a new roadmap for us. And we would add a topic like LinkedIn post, which was the cluster that I mentioned. It's best to keep topics short tail keywords because what it's going to do is going to go in and go look for related keywords. It will look for related long tail keywords that belong to the LinkedIn post cluster. All right, so now this is done. We have found 33 different page opportunities that we could go after. Here's something, for example, when the best time is to post on LinkedIn, how to post a resume, how to save posts, how to post on LinkedIn. A LinkedIn post inspector is, for example, a solutions page. I don't know if that's contextually relevant for Supergrow because I'm not sure what that actually is. LinkedIn scheduled post, LinkedIn post scheduler. So that was one of the LinkedIn post scheduling. So maybe that's not actually the right keyword here to use for targeting this bottom of the funnel page. And you can see here, it's already as a solutions page. There's a bunch of different types we can use, but I already kind of picked up the right one. And then a guide on, so this will be the tool that allows you to schedule the post. And then there will be a guide associated with it that tells you how to do it, right? And then in that guide, you will generally want to position your tool via internal linking or some sort of CTA to bridge the gap here between someone that's looking and kind of educating themselves to someone that is then using your tool to solve their problem. And there might be an opportunity along the way as well to, for example, have the best LinkedIn post schedulers or something like that, right? So that would be another type of post that is basically a roundup. So it's a comparison of different tools that do the same job. And then usually you will position your tool in there as well. And you will kind of compare its pros and cons against other tools that do the same thing. And this is for kind of mid of the funnel for people that are beyond the kind of stage of discovery. So they're not necessarily looking anymore at like how to schedule a post, but they're looking to tools that let you do that. And then at the end, they will land on one specific tool, which will then be the solutions page to get that job done. And what we can do now to make the most out of what we have here is basically just give a sanity check to the solutions page. So we would go in and we would create a brief for the LinkedIn post scheduler. And on that brief, we will check if we're targeting all the right keywords, if we have all the content that we need, right? And we would kind of mix and match what the system produces and what we already have. So here, for example, if LinkedIn post scheduler is in fact the right keyword to target, because this is more of a guide keyword, I would say, right? So like how to schedule LinkedIn posts. I think here, for example, I would have an exact match of LinkedIn post scheduler, right? Someone who does this really well, I keep bringing this up, is Veet. They have a lot of bottom of the funnel pages where they have, I guess, use cases, and they have, so like here is the bottom of funnel pages that they have for tools, right? So the intro maker or the mockup generator. So these are similar to post scheduler, and you can always see that they use the keyword as the H1. So this is the header for this page, and I would do something similar, but LinkedIn scheduler here. And then just, I think usually what you will want to have as well is ask questions. I think there could just be a bit more beef here on the page. There's not a lot of text, which makes it hard for Google to evaluate these. If you compare this to what we have on our free tools pages, which is very similar, we have the tool up here, but then we also have all the other tools. I think you also have that, but then we have more feature, why is your brief different? We have case studies, and then we have, all the things that go into the brief. We have some testimonials. We have the pricing, so people can like see the pricing on the page, and we have frequently asked questions, right? This is another way to basically embed the keyword to give more frequency to the main keyword. So here it always is Swift Briefs content brief generator, Swift Briefs content brief generator, AI content brief, right? So this is just reinforcing the main keyword up here, or the page keyword, and it just helps. So that's the first thing I would do. So always kind of build out the bottom of the funnel pages. That might also just be your homepage if it's an app. I have another video that I'll link up where I have just, basically a homepage, and I'm linking always to the homepage because that is the only bottom of the funnel page that I have. And now we can go in here and see what SwiftBrief has produced for the outline. So there's something going wrong here. I'll have a look. It's a bug, but scrolling through here, I export this to Google Doc. We can see, for example, that it has the pricing plan, it has the features, and it always comes with to inject using Supergrow throughout. So it boils down to also frequently asked questions, stories. So very similar to the best practices that we also apply across our free tool pages. And so the first step is to mix and match the existing solutions page with this, making sure that we add all the missing elements, making sure that we're aligned with the H1 here to the target keyword, and then producing content around that. So for example, schedule post on LinkedIn, something like that, or how to post on LinkedIn, something like that. So anything that goes and extends that. And if there is no keyword for the roundup, which is another one I would create, you can always go in here and add keywords. Would look something like this. And another type of content is a versus block where you can add competitor tools. So you can say Supergrow versus other scheduling tool, right? So then you have a one-on-one comparison versus another tool where you break down, again, like always pros and cons. You just help people make a decision if they should use your tool or someone else's. And itself already created a blog post with SwiftBrief for this, which is Taplio versus Supergrow. And here again, comparison, what Taplio is good at, what Supergrow is good at, key features, pricing, which one is better, what is more cost effective. And then this you can obviously do for any kind of feature for whole products, but also just for single features like the scheduler or the post generator or any type of bottom of the funnel page that you might want to target. And yeah, that's how you can get the most out of the existing bottom of the funnel pages, plus reinforcing them with other content that belongs to the same cluster. All right, that's it. Cheers.